Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back. This is going to be the part two of our live stream. A couple hours ago, I went to an important errand to fetch something, and I'm back, and we're doing a part two. And I hope you guys can hear me. My microphone input is doing okay, sending some signals. But I remember last time, yesterday, our live stream was not sending the signals of my desktop audio. So I was like reacting to this Twitch stream of Jesus talking, and the video is not even playing the audio. So that was quite unfortunate. But we good, we move. Today we'll be continuing what we did a couple hours ago. So just to recap, we created the following. We continued the navigational bar. So instead of using JavaScript or Alpine.js to display the menus, the drop-down menu, this time we are using CSS completely. No JavaScript. So this time it's much faster and, straightforward. Pretty cool. Okay, so there you go. We have that. And we have also continued with the login, right? The customer accounts. That way you can disable or enable the login buttons and the sign up button. So that's what we did a couple hours ago. Hey Blitch, welcome to the stream. You missed the first half, but that's okay. I forgive you. Yes. We're using CSS. We did use CSS instead of JavaScript. So yeah, I was trying to recap everything that happened. It's not that much, to be honest, because we just did an hour of stream. And yeah, what we did basically is we continued the drop-down menu. This time we're using CSS, and we displayed the login and then the sign up. And let me just show the code. Let's go back to VS Code. And this is what we did. We're not talking about login.json. We check if the shop customer account is enabled, then we display the routes account login URL and the register URL. So that's what we did. From Amine Amari. Welcome to the stream. Hi. I'm really bad at names, to be honest. It's an issue. And I hope that, it's not gonna offend anyone. So forgive me. But I was very proud because last time I remember one of you guys' names. Sheriffidin. Still remember. So I guess I'm improving somehow. So does that work? Which one? The navigational bar? It is working. We finally have the drop-down menu like showing up. We don't have to click it. So yeah, that's great. So what we'll be doing today is I want to continue with the GitHub, right? Because last time we did I'm offended. I apologize. But your name is very simple, so Dex, good. Welcome. I hope you forgive me for being bad at names. JavaScript replaced with CSS. I mean, we did, because last time we were trying to display the drop-down menus using JavaScript. Remember, like we are sending like document and get element by ID, and this drop-down menu, if you click this, it displays a container. That's what we were doing last time. But this time we just did this. Let me show the tailwind of CSS. It's just this. It's very straightforward. But we customized the header.liquid. That's the change. Most of the changes happened here. Because now we're using an ordered list, but I mean, it's not really necessary to change it to an ordered list, but that's what we did because we're using a reference before. So now we're using a list, and inside of the list, we moved the drop down container. That way, if we hover the list, this list right here, it's going to open the children, which is the drop down container. But since it's inside of the list, if we hover this list, same thing here, it's going to be displayed properly. It's not going to be an issue. So yeah, it's very, very simple. Question from Amine. Tailwind doesn't slow down the loading speed of the theme. Not really. Honestly, Tailwind is quite light, I would say, compared to JavaScript. But it depends. It depends on what kind of JavaScript code you're trying to write. Yeah. Tailwind is lighter, so I would say it's fast. I hope I'm not breaking my chair. Yes, that's what we did. So I hope everyone got what happened. It's not really a lot, but that's what we did. So what I want to do is continue with the GitHub, because in the first stream, we did try to push our code to the repo, but it was not successful because I had issue with my SSH, not necessarily, but like the ID, right? The codes, the keys. That's what I'm trying to say. So there was a conflict there, so we're not able to push our code. But this time, I think that should work now because I set it up last time or a couple days ago. So I'll open the terminal, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to push all of this to our repository. So this, honestly, we don't need this. So I'll just delete this. Let's go back here in the assets folder and I'll delete this. Okay? Delete that. Let's take a look at what we did here in the theme.css. Okay, well, let's also push that. I mean, it's not necessary, but we will. The Tailwind CSS, obviously, we're going to push that. The header.liquid. Oh yeah, so this is what we changed here. Now we're using shop.name instead of the Shrek project, but don't worry, we'll keep our theme going. Still gonna use Shrek, obviously. And later on, we're going to start working with schema sections so we can upload an image. We're gonna do that later. Let's take everything slow, okay? And here like I said, we changed the div to an ordered list. That's what happened. And we moved the drop-down container inside of that list. And now, instead of a button, we turned it into a list. Good, good, good. And that's pretty much it. And we start using routes. That's it. Okay, so we can push this. So if you guys want to take a look at the code, you can do that. I'll add everything and we can start committing. I'm not sure if my repository is connected to the root folder, which is the Shopify themes, or the live WeeklyHow. I think it's the live WeeklyHow. So let's change our directory to live WeeklyHow, and then we're going to do it here. So git commit, and then we'll call this. Give me an idea. Like, how should we call this commit? This is where I need you guys. Like, brainstorm something funny. No, honestly, this is gonna be something that you would find useful in the future if you want to take a look at the code. So let's not make fun of this. Let's say We worked on the navigational bar. So drop down, navigational bar drop down, navigational bar drop down menu, uh navigational bar drop down menu, working drop down menu. Okay, I think that's enough. Pretty simple code compared to other Shopify themes. Uh, Thank you. I guess that's a compliment. Thank you, Bleached. I appreciate that. Shrekking. No, we're not gonna make fun of this because maybe later on some of you can use this and it's gonna be helpful because find it useful. Okay, so let's push this. Let's try to commit that. I hope that works. Yeah, that works. So now that's committed, we can push. So git push, but maybe we need to use the set upstream. Yes. So git push set upstream origin development. Okay. Now notice that it's asking for passwords, and that's what I wanted because it's much more secured to like, because it's like using a signing keys to confirm that that's you working on that project. And I learned that from my internship, and that's really important if you're working with other people. I noticed that I'm looking at the stream and I noticed that the chat is kind of like blocking a lot of things. You think that's too much? Let me check. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Hold on. Okay, I think it's good. It's not really blocking much, but I think if you're using phone, it's very small. Question from Dex: where did you intern? I'm working on a international startup. They're called Upskilled, and we're basically developing a kind of similar to Spotify, but for podcast. So that's how I would describe it. So I'm working as a full stack developer, and most of the time I'm just working with like front end side, but I'm also working on the back end to make APIs. Right now my project is the paywall. I'm working on a paywall. So I'm working with Stripe, and basically I'm just making APIs, making sure that payments are passing through. So yeah, it's a lot. It's quite complicated, but I'm learning a lot from it. So it's really good. The chat is not really blocking, but you can minimize it. No, I can't minimize it because, or you mean like make it smaller? Perhaps I can do that. That's dope. Heard of that one? Have you heard that one? It's just a pretty like recent startup. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's make it smaller to be honest. Let me just open my other browser. Perhaps we can do it here. What do you call it again? Streamlabs, right? Stream Elements. Let's do it here. I'm also like writing announcement to Udemy students. That way they know that we're doing all of this. So it's good. I hope this time we get more people. Pretty serious and epic job. Thank you so much. Yeah, actually it's really good. It's pretty serious and amazing. I'm learning a lot. I wish you crazy success. Thank you so much, Dex. I know you hate me, but I'm kidding. But yeah, it was good. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are amazing. I appreciate all the wishes. But yeah, what do you guys plan for like Christmas? Because if I'm be honest, I don't have anything else to do besides work. So I'm probably gonna do another stream this entire week because it's holiday. I don't have work next week, so I'll probably just stay working and do live stream and just have fun. If you guys want to join me, don't hesitate. But if you guys have holidays, that would be great as well. Just have fun, spend time with family. It'll be great. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's go to our. Is this the one I was like working with before? I think it was. Is it overlays? Yeah, it's this. I'm going to UAE in 3 days. Oh wow, great! It's gonna be good. We're exactly in Emirates. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Let's make it small, I believe. Okay, that's good. What if I put it here on the right side? Maybe I should put it here. And I think it's better here. And the text, layers, stream chat, settings, text settings. Let's add a stroke. Maybe 1. And the color should be black. Ooh. Nope. 0.5. 0.25. Question from Paul. Are you trading Forex? No, I'm not working with it all that. I'm not even doing crypto. I already quitted that kind of like money making scheme. What if we do this? What if we do this? What if I do this? What if I do this? Oh, that's ugly. I don't think that's the one. Okay, let's not spend too much time in here. Let me save that. And we're going to refresh our stream. Okay, I think that's perfect. Okay. And now you can't see much of the I think this will be much better like that. Okay, and then let's just make it like this. And I will make my video come like this. Yeah, I think that's better like that. Okay, great. And then we can just switch tabs. All right. So now we have pushed our project. We can go to, hold on, let me just put my work here. Let's do my account, repositories. We have this, and we have the live WeeklyHow theme. Okay. Oh, so it's actually the root folder. So we have here our project. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind it. And you can see all of the files, which is good. Is there something that we should not include? The VS Code, I think that's fine. It's just extensions. Assets, we got the files, the images, layout, good. Locals, good. Sections, good. SRC, good. Templates. Okay, I think we're in the right track. So now that we have pushed that, we can just continue and do something great. What do you think we should do next? If you guys can, help me, that would be great. Let's do it like that. So we have space for the chat. I can move my face. Oh no, not like that. Move my face here. There we go. That's much better. All right. What should we do? Maybe we can start working with try to check other colors and fonts for background of the theme. That's a good idea. We can do that. So we can work with like schemas to change the background color. Let's try and do that, shall we? So with that being said, let's try to work with Shopify developers documentation and see what they can offer. Okay, so let's go with themes. Perhaps they can give us an example. Architecture, we have configurations and setting schema. So the setting schema is usually the one you would be using to customize general settings, like the font, the background color, the icons, you get what I mean. It's basically how you would use this. So yeah, there's this example. When working with setting schema, familiarize yourself with the following. setting types, accessing settings, and adding themes metadata. So usually you'll also find here the name of the Shopify theme, the author, the documentation, the support URL. This is where you find it. And these are the attributes that you can work with. So the name, the theme name, the author, the version, documentation, URL, support, etc. So let's go and do that. Let's go to VS Code and let's close everything because we don't need them for now. What we want, obviously, is the file inside of the config folder, and that's going to be the setting schema. Okay, so we have this. Let's delete everything because we don't want to mess around with all of that settings created by Shopify Dawn. Remember, we created the Shopify theme from Dawn, and the files were pre-made for us, pre-built for us, and we don't want that. We want to do everything from scratch. That's what we're doing here. We don't want to use Shopify Dawn. And that's how good we are. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So the name, theme info, the reason why it's called theme info, and that is because it's just how it is. It must be theme info. It's actually very confusing because when you say name attribute, what is it? Is it the name of the theme? This is one of the problems I had before. Like, okay, what is the name? What should we put in here? Is it the name of the theme? But apparently you should just put here theme info. So the value of that's not gonna change. Keep it with theme info. The theme name though, that's the name of the Shopify theme that you're developing, that you're working. So here's going to be the Shrek project. So shout out to Bleach for this title, pretty cool. Theme version, obviously we're starting with 1.0.0. As time goes by, if we make changes, like minor changes and major changes, then we'll bump the versions. It depends on how you work with like versionings though. Because say for example, the major is the 1, that's the major version. The minor version is .0, and then the last is, for example, just fixes or, bugs. If there's bugs, then if you commit those changes, then that's also this, the last point something. So we'll just keep it as is. Next is the author. Obviously, we're gonna put our name, so WeeklyHow. I'm not gonna put my name because we built this together. WeeklyHow. Me and you, we worked on this together. So I'm not gonna take all the credit. I'll give you guys the credit as well. So if anyone watched this stream in the future, or if you grow up in the next 5 years or so, in 10 years, if you go back here to this channel and you look at yourself, your chat is even saved in this video. So shout out to you 5 years in the future. You'll tell yourself I was part of this theme development and I'm very proud of myself. I'm getting cheesy, I'm sorry. There is a comment from Music Forever 326. I like this project. Is this theme development more focused on learning, or do you plan to sell this on theme market? I heard that publishing themes there is not that easy. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for the comment, Music Forever 326. First of all, I like your name. I'm a big fan of music as well, so let's go. Second, no, this is not gonna be this is just for learning. This is just for learning. We are learning together, and I'm not going to sell this to the Shopify theme store. We can publish this though as free because this is going to be open source and everyone can see this. Speaking of open source, is my repository even public? It's public, right? It is public, so anyone can see this. Anyone can work on this. If you want to push pull request, you can do that. So I was saying this is going to be an open source project, so it's going to be free. I don't care. I'll also live stream in the future if we plan to publish this to the Shopify theme store. We're going to do that like live. So that's the plan. Yes, from beginning to the end. Bro is the most humble streamer I have seen in the. Oh, silly. No, thank you. From Dex, God knows I need learning. Lol. Me too. That's why we're doing all this together. We learn. I'm not gonna say I'm the best like Shopify theme developer. I'm not gonna be that because I am not perfect. I am still learning. So we learn all together. It's gonna be great. Sorry for my name. I chose it when I was 12 years old. Oh, great. I love it. Music forever. 326. I remember when I was like young, my username back then is red red 0910. That is my username. Because I'm a big fan of the color red before when I was young. Not anymore. You were a lit 12-year-old. Oh, hell yeah. That is proven. If you like music when you were a 12-year-old, you're pretty chill. I would hang out with you. I like music. I love music. That says a lot because I have a guitar right over there. But don't say to play. I'm not playing. Learning is fun. Exactly. So we all do this together. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Where are we? The theme author, yes, author. It's gonna be us, community. Theme author, or maybe let's add WeeklyHow and the community. And the community. I'm not even sure if this is allowed. But yeah, let's do it that way. And the theme documentation URL, we don't have it yet. So let's probably keep like this for now. For now. Okay? I'm not gonna change that. Awesome. So now that we have the setting schema that Jason set up from scratch, let's try and probably okay, so there is a problem with our this request to account, and that is because I turned off my computer, or I locked it, so now it's gone. So let's just stop that. Yeah, I get it. Yes. Shopify theme dev. So I'm running the command Shopify theme dev. Yeah, I like that. I like seeing you guys being kind to one another. We need that. Love each other. Okay, so good. We are syncing our theme to the development store. Let's just wait for it to load. If you guys can hear my stomach, I apologize. I'm quite hungry. I'll probably eat later, but before I go to sleep, but yeah. If you can hear my stomach, I apologize. That is taking quite a while. Oh no, we already have the URL here, so that's my bad. Okay, let's go back to our browser. Where is my browser? Is this my browser? This is my browser, but that is not what I'm looking for. Yes, this one. Okay, we're back here. Let's go back to our root. Hi from Ukraine. I'm not even gonna dare saying your name. What is your name in English? I apologize if I have to ask that. Hello from Germany or from Germany, music forever. Yeah, I think you mentioned that last time. I remember. I'm a big fan of Germany. I used to work with a German client before. He was one of the amazing like clients I've worked with. It was great. We worked on a Shopify, two Shopify apps, but it was just such a shame because I'm still not that good with Shopify app development. I was using PHP, and the app was quite. I was not proud of it, to be honest. So at the end of the day, he sold the application to a company, and I don't even know how it's doing now. Last time I checked, it's not doing good. From Marcel Philip, moi moi. Is that French? Are you from France? That would be great. I'm here in Paris. If I have like a French viewer, that would be dope. But we're pretty close to Germany, so that's also pretty nice. Anyway, let's go back to the theme editor. Let's open this. From India, of course, one of our big viewers. I love it. Okay, so we are now here in the theme editor. Let's try to open the. This is not a theme editor. This is the code editor. Let's do the customized theme. Oh, really? Moi, how do you pronounce it though? Because I pronounce it like French. Moi moi, moi moi, or moi moi. I'm not French, but I speak the language, professor. Bonsoir. Ah, bonsoir à toi, à vous. Désolé. Okay, we have a problem. The theme you're looking for couldn't be found. Shoot. How is that possible? And that is because we need to push it. Yeah, we need to push it. So that's a problem. Okay. Or probably the reason why, and that is because it's missing files. It's not supposed to be, there's not supposed to be an error. Hold on. It's also not done syncing too, which is bizarre. Theme, Shopify, theme status. Ah, shoot. No. Shopify theme push. Or I need to add like unpublished and JSON flags. Moi 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 says people in Hamburg. Moi moi. Yeah, guys, keep talking to one another. I like that. That is pretty nice. Hamburg. Isn't that a bird? Are you trying to joke? Is it supposed to be a joke? Okay. Test data. Unpublished debut. Select the thing to push. Let's try to push number 4. Okay. So that is pushed. Let's go back to our browser. Let's exit. So we try to push that, but it's not yet visible here. So yeah, I don't see it. So I think this is one of the problems that, or one of the issue that one of my students emailed to me. Like, she tried to use the command Shopify theme push, and it didn't push the theme. So this is also one of the things I hate about Shopify CLI. No problem. Yeah, I kind of get it. I kind of get the joke. It didn't went over my head. I'm also a comedian, you know. I like to call myself that, even though I'm not. What are your plans for the YouTube channel? I said it before. I do have an upcoming last video, this 2023, and that's going to cover my plan for the next year. We do that. It's a regular thing here on WeeklyHow. Like every year, we talk about what happened. We try to, see if I managed to reach the goals. What did I talk about last time? Last time I said like I'm going to focus on filmography. Like I want to learn cinematography, make my videos cinematic. I mean, I think I managed to do that. So that's one of the things I'm proud of. But there's more things I want to cover. So that's going to be in that video. Yeah. So I hope you guys can wait for that. I mean, it's already December 22, it's 22nd. So pretty soon, probably like work on that video this week since I'm gonna be free. I'll just work on that, and it's gonna be the final video, and it's quite sad. Honestly, I'm pretty sad, but I'm looking forward to what will happen in the future. What will happen to WeeklyHow next year. And I hope you guys join me with that. It's where Hamburg were invented. Maybe try doing from another PC. The what? The Shopify theme push command? No, honestly, Shopify CLI is quite, I would say, pretty buggy. I wouldn't say pretty buggy, but I like to call it buggy. Let's do the Shopify theme push, but we're going to use the published, and then the JSON flag. That way we know what's happening in that command, if it's like pushed or not. So let's run that command, and that should tell us something. It should push the Shopify theme as unpublished. There you go. And it's asking us for a name. So obviously we'll call this the Shrek project. That's pretty obvious. It's going to take a while because it's checking the theme. Okay, there you go. So it's saying something. Templates customers login.json does not refer to those files. I agree because we're just working on it. And okay, so that's the reason why we can't push this, because we're missing a lot of files. And that's fair, because here in the templates we do have this, but it doesn't really it can't find those templates or those section templates. So maybe let's work on that, okay? Even if it's empty, let's work on those. So for the account.json, we do have that section with the name main account. Let's rename this to template. I don't like to call it main because it's like, what do you mean by main? Like main account what? So I like to call it template to know that this is a template section. So template account, I'll save that. And this one, okay, we'll keep it that way. And for the second account, activate account, we'll call it template activate account. For the addresses, template addresses, login, template login. For the order, template order, and template register. It's going to be quick. And now we can create those sections. Okay, so here in the sections folder, we're going to create those files. First is the template account, so template hyphen account dot liquid. Next one is the template activate account. Let's double check. We can just copy this, create a new file inside of the sections folder, and call it template activate account dot liquid. Perfect. Next is the addresses. Just copy this so it's much faster. Create a new file, template addresses dot liquid. Next is, what is this? The login. So template login that dot liquid. And then the order, let's just copy that. I am pretty lazy. Dot liquid. And then the register, let's copy that. Create a new file, template register dot liquid. Last but not the least, the reset password. Let's copy this, put it here, create a new file, put it here, dot liquid. I need to leave for some time now, but I will be back in 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, we'll stay here for a little bit more. I'll stay a bit more. Yes, I just like worked for an hour previously, so I'll stay more. So if you want, join us back and we'll be here. Okay, take care and I'll see you later. All right, guys. What are we doing next? So those files, those JSON templates, we're not, can't find those templates. So maybe this time it will work. Let's try to push it. Okay. No worries, be right back. Okay, I'll see you. Take care, obviously. Okay, let's try to push. Clear my terminal and do the same command. Theme name, the Shrek project. Hopefully the others received my emails because I'm trying to mass send emails to my Udemy students and I hope it works. I'm reading through it. Okay, I think it's fine. Let's work on that later. Is there an error? I don't think there is an error. Okay. There's no error, so let's just go back to our development store. Let's reload. And let's see. Okay, there you go. Now we have the Shrek project. We have the second one. This was 6 minutes ago, so I believe we can just delete this. We want the latest one. So this is 1 minute ago. So let's try to hit customize and see what we can find here. Okay, so now it's called the Shrek project. If we open this, we should have the following metadata. So the Shrek project version 1.0.0. Great. Now the schema settings is working. So we have the design and support by WeeklyHow and the community. We did it, guys. Pretty simple, but it's pretty amazing. Okay, now we can continue and work on our project, obviously. So we have the template files, that's fine. Later on, we can continue working on those. So I'll just close all and perhaps let's push them. Okay. First is the setting schema. We're going to separate that commit. So here should be this one. Okay. So git commit. We'll call this reset settings underscore schema.json to empty with metadata. Okay. I think that makes more sense because we don't have any settings yet. That's what we're going to work on next. So I'll just add all of this. So git add all, and we'll commit that into one. And we'll call this JSON templates plus, or no, let's customer templates plus section empty sections. So there's nothing in there. The reason why I'm trying to commit this so that we know this progress. So if you go back in time and look at the commits, you say, oh, okay, this is the part where we committed those templates, those sections, the setting schema. I think to me that's much easier to read instead of like committing one big set of files. And if you go back and read all this, it takes a lot of time, and yeah, to me it's not really efficient. So as much as possible, it's good to separate that into chunks so you know the files inside of those commits. Okay, so now we can just git push. But obviously that's just my workflow. Maybe others have different workflows. So maybe you like to commit a big chunk of files, and that's how you work, and that is fine. This is how I work. So let me just push. There you go. So we should have that. Great. Now we can start working with the setting schema, and perhaps we can change the background of our Shopify theme. Let's make it simple. Let's not make it too complicated. So while we're doing that, we need to log in. So Shopify theme dev. Because I don't think we are running our Shopify theme. There we go. Let's go back here. There you go. Great. Let's go back here. Let's make this smaller. Perhaps we don't need that, so let's just get rid of that. We do need that. Let's open the settings schema. Perfect. And now we can start creating the sections. So what are the section settings that we can create? Let's go back to the documentation. Scroll down. Maybe we have an example that we can use. Okay, so settings type, we have the input settings and sidebar settings. So input settings, settings that can hold the value, right? Sidebar settings, settings that can't hold the value and are configurable by app users. They're informational elements that can be used to provide detail and clarity for input settings. So we're going to use obviously input settings because that is what we want. Because we want to change the background, obviously we're going to use input settings with like color type. So input settings, and we have here a bunch of types. So we have the color. We also have the color background, color scheme group. So which one here do you think we should use? Let's check them one by one. So the color is a setting of type color outputs, a setting of type color outputs a color picker field. You can use this field to capture a color selection for various theme elements such as the body text color. So usually this is used to change the color of fonts, text, of paragraphs. What about the next one? The color background is a setting of type color background, and it outputs a text field for entering CSS background properties. You can use this field to capture background settings for various theme elements such as store background. So I believe this is the one that we should be using. Do we have an example? For example, the following setting generates the following output with like gradient. Okay, so this makes more sense. You can use this, but the thing is, it's going to output a text field, which you can use a CSS like properties like linear gradient like this. So okay, let's try and use this. Let's copy this and go back to the settings schema, and just underneath we're going to paste that. So if you're working with settings schema, obviously you're gonna be working like you're working with a JSON file. So we have an array with objects, array of objects. And usually the first object is the metadata of your Shopify theme, and the second is the settings schema or the settings object. So the type is color background, that's good. ID background, if we're going to access this, we're going to use the object settings. Because there's two types of like settings, the one from sections and the one from settings schema. And that's going to be the ID. Oh, shoot, sorry. The ID is background, the label is background, the default is the following. Awesome, so let's try and use this. I'll save this, and then let's go back. Okay, so we get an error. Update config settings schema.json, name is required. Section 2, settings is required, type. Okay. I think we missed something. Perhaps we can just go back here and maybe they have an example that we can use. Oh yeah, we forgot the settings, right? Okay, let's do that. Let's go back here. Obviously, we're gonna need the settings, and this is going to be an array, and we need to put this inside of it, just like that. Okay. But now we're getting an error, and that is because it's not supposed to be. Okay. Is it supposed to be an object? Like so. And perhaps we need the name. And the name is settings. Okay, there we go. or let's just call this theme settings. Theme settings. Oh, welcome back, Bleached. That didn't take you so long. It was like 4 minutes. Are we having some issues? No, we are not having issues. We did have issues, and that is because I'm trying to work with the settings, because we're using this, but we forgot to put it inside of an object. Because usually if you work with settings schema.json, there's 2 objects inside of it, the one for metadata and the one for settings. Okay, I just made some popcorn. You're making me jealous. Okay, that being said, we have that file, but we can't really see it because we need to push it. So let's try this. And let's open the customize. It's not gonna work, is it? Yeah, it's not gonna work. And that's because we have a lot of problems with our files. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to push it again. So let's change the directory to the live Shopify theme, and we're going to run Shopify theme push. Okay. No, we're not using PowerShell. We are using command prompt. And we are going to change the current directory to that folder. And CLS Shopify theme push. And what we're going to do is we are selecting number 3. We have the Shrek project. Okay, so let's see. Let's open this. Perfect. Now we have the home page. Let's go to the theme settings. There you go. We have the theme settings. The theme settings inside theme settings. We need to change that. We have the background. Great. You can change the background. Awesome. We can even move this. It's like that if you want. You can change it or so. Okay. And this one, make it like that. But we're not using the value yet, so it's not really gonna work. Let's try that. So let's go. We have 2 options. It's either we use it here in the theme.liquid, or we use it in like the head, right, as a background. So let's do that. Let's make a condition. No, we're going to create a style, and then inside of this, or a style sheet object, and then inside of this, we're going to reference the body, and then we'll change the background color and set it to the object settings dot background. Now the question is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? We'll find out. And the next, after this commercial, play that ad. No, kidding. Okay. So let's just reload this. And since we need to push it again because we made these changes. We need to push it. Okay. Let's change number 4. You think it will change? We'll find that out. Okay, there you go. Let's go back here. Reload. Let's not save that yet because I want to find out if it works or not. How much you want to bet it will work? It did not work. The reason why it did not work, and that is because if we save that and let's take a look at the preview. Let's take a look at the code. It's inside of the head, right? The reason why it did not work, and that is because you need to parse. Usually you need to parse that. $2? Give me that $2. I need that. Buy me a coffee. I'm kidding. We need to find that style. So let's search that because I can't find that. So body. Not that one. Where is it now? I don't think it actually saved it anyway. Background color. I don't even think it used the style sheet. So that's the reason why. So this thing didn't work. So that's a shame. Let's try. It should be underneath of the content for header, but we can't find it. So that's probably not the this is probably the problem. So it's supposed to, let's try to use the regular style tag, use the body, and change the background color to settings dot background. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's clear the terminal and let's try to push it again. Let me send. Well, technically it should work, but I think it's the reason why it's the style sheet tag. Number 3. But who knows? Maybe it's still not gonna work. Maybe it's still not gonna work. Let's take a look. Okay. Let's reload. Okay. Okay. But what is the value of the settings background? But before we check that, let's open the elements, and this time we should have that style. This. Look, see? We have it. We have it. So if we take a look at the body tag, we have it here. But the reason why is it not good? Invalid property value. I bet $1 it will. No, it did not work. We still have a problem. It's saying that invalid property value. Okay, so we need to turn it into it's either a hex value or not. But the thing is, I think the problem is the one that we're using. It's not supposed to be background color. Let's try to look it up online. CSS background color linear gradient. Okay, so it's not supposed to be background color. Yeah, it's supposed to be background. Exactly. Right? Yeah, thank you, Amine, for that. So this time we should have it. There we go. Oh my god, this is painful to look at. Okay. But what if we don't want gradient? What if we just want a regular color, a hex value? Let's try to play around. Setting schema, I don't want linear gradient. I want a regular hex value. So let's try this. Or maybe let's play around. Blah. Is that a hex value? Is that a hex value? I don't think it's a hex value. Is that a hex value? It is a hex value. There you go. But no, seriously, let's look up a very good color. Perhaps we can play around here. Well, it's a Shrek project, so perhaps let's use a greenish background. But let's use something it's not very painful to look at. Somebody once told me the word is macaroni. Okay, let's go. Let's go with that. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. And that means if we push this, can we change the color with that thing, with the editor, with the customizer? Let's try. Shopify theme push. Christmas tree type of green. Well, as much as possible, let's try to make the Shopify theme at least, you know, it follows the guideline, the UX guideline. Like, it's not supposed to blind people. Okay, let's see. Let's reload. Oh, there we go. I just have this. It's a CSS code. Oh, sorry. But we also have the theme styles. So we have the default one. Great. And that's it. I think it's supposed to be a gradient, honestly. But you can also like work with CSS here if you want. So for example, FFF, FFF. If you want FFGGG, you can do that too. 0, turns everything to black. Okay, but let's keep it like that. Honestly, that's very ugly. Let's just keep it to white. Let's save that. But we're back here in the local development store, and that's pretty much it. That's how you usually work with the settings. You can do more. You can change fonts. You can change the font size. That's just the introduction of the setting schema. We're going to be working on that more in the future, but that's just an introduction of how it works. Where's my VS Code? Here it is. Let's change the theme settings name. That's just basic settings. I think that's more nicer to read. Theme settings, basic settings. Okay, great. We have that set up. Let's try to do something more. Perhaps let's start working on the templates instead of just JSON. Let's work on like creating the templates. That way we won't have issue in the future, right? Let's do that. But first, I want to push this. That way it's saved already and we don't have issues with backups. So let's typing on mobile is difficult, man. Can you use PC? Where's your computer? Nah, it's good. Probably the rest of the viewers are watching through their mobile phone as well. What do you guys think? Are you guys also using mobile phones, or you're watching through your desktop computer? Okay, let's do the git commit. Git commit. And we'll push this setting schema. Added background color setting. Settings schema.json. We'll do it like that. So that's the message of the commit. Perfect. Let's push. Let's push. Shut it down. What are you talking about? Okay, great. Let's start working on the templates. So we have the templates for the index. That is good. We can start working on products, 404. From Ellie Rainai, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to WeeklyHow. I did not expect that to work like that. I thought it's just for oh no, yeah, I think I made that setting. That was great. Thanks for subscribing, Ellie. Appreciate it. Okay. That being said, new file is going to be for 404.json. And the template 404. Change the order to template 404. The type 404. Perfect. And let's create that file inside of our sections folder. You know the deal. Let's do it. .liquid. Awesome. Next up, let's go to Shopify dev, and let's take a look at the templates. Like, what are we missing? So we have the article. We need that. So article.json, obviously. So create a new template file. This time we'll add the article.json. And we'll just copy the same object, paste it here, change the ID to template article, change the value of the array of the order, change the type to the section file name template article, and we'll create that file inside of the sections folder, template article dot liquid. Am I going too fast? Or is this something that you guys are familiar already? You guys know how JSON template works already. If I'm going too fast, just let me know. Maybe some of you are lost and don't know what exactly is happening, and I can try to explain it. Okay, so yeah, don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't hesitate to stop me, or don't hesitate to say, hey, slow down, man. I'm going quick. I don't even know what you're doing. It's algorithm, just enjoying it. But yeah, maybe some people just want to learn as well, and they're confused. I mean, that's the whole point of this. Okay, enjoy your popcorn. Good for you. All right, next up, I believe, is the blog. So blog, inside of the templates folder, we're making the blog.json, and we're copying this object, pasting it here. Let's close this now. Template article, template blog, obviously. Paste it here, paste it here. Save that. Let's create that section. Template blog.liquid. Awesome. Let's close that. Now we can copy this. Let's close this. Let's close this. Create a new template. This time it's going to be cart, I believe, that JSON. Could be wrong. Yes, cart. Let's create all those templates. Collection.json. And customers, we're done with that. So good. Gift card.liquid. I believe we have that. Yeah, don't need that. Index.liquid. We already have the index.json. So we move. We have the list collections. So let's create that template. List collections.json. Paste that. Save it. Next is the meta object. Oh, there's a new template. Interesting. Oh, I didn't know this exists. Okay. The meta object theme templates enable the rendering of meta object web pages per meta object definition. To create a meta object template for an online store, you must enable the online store capability. You should enable the renderable capability as well to enable SEO fields management. Okay. We're gonna skip this. I'd like this to be covered in a separate stream, I would say. Okay. So that means I'll also need to cover this on a new lesson. I need to update my course. I never checked this. Okay. My bad. All right. So I'm glad I found this. So how does this work? The meta object templates are located in the templates directory of the theme. But we have the following structure, the meta object template, but you can also create like a type. Just like how collections and like products have different template types. I assume that's what they meant by this. But we move. Let's move. Let's move on. I'm not going to create that template for now. Next is the page. Let's do that. Page.json. Password. Is this supposed to be a JSON template? Yes. Okay. Password.json. Product.json, yes. Product.json. And search. The robots text that liquid. I don't think it's necessary at the moment. We'll leave it for now. Same with the meta object. The most important is search. So let's create that. Search.json. Perfect. Okay, let's work on this. Search. I'll just be quick with this. Let's close that. Product. Password. Good. Page. This one is list collection, so list hyphen collections. This one is collection. And last is the cart. Okay. Now we have all the templates, the JSON templates. We can now start working on the template sections. So let's do that. Create a new section file, and we'll call it template cart.liquid. Let's copy the .liquid. That way we don't have to keep typing it. Next is I believe the blog is already there. The cart, the collection. So template hyphen collection.json. Oh no, not .json. .liquid. I apologize. I am very lost. No, I'm not lost. I know what I'm doing. List collection is next. So template hyphen list hyphen collection dot liquid. Just like that. But do you know you can actually create JSON sections as well? And I think that's how you group them if you have section groups. We'll cover that later. What is next? The page. So template hyphen page dot liquid, password, product, and search. Template password dot liquid, template hyphen product dot liquid. Since when was that a thing? What is a thing? The section groups or the meta object template? Did I get the template sections right? Am I missing something else? I think it's the section for search. So template hyphen search dot liquid. Okay. I think we're pretty much good to go. Let's try to check. Shopify theme. Check. I mean, it's not gonna work. There's going to be plenty of errors. because there's nothing inside of those sections. But let's see what theme check is gonna give us. Oh, the section groups. Well, the section groups has been out for quite some time, but I didn't really cover it in a separate video. That's actually a good idea. I should cover that. Okay. Plenty of errors. No biggie. But yeah, that means we have all of the sections, all of the template files, the JSON templates. So I think we're good. We can try to push this. So Shopify theme push. And I'll push it to the same theme, the Shrek project. Never tried, man. You should have looked into it. Yeah, honestly, me too. I've never touched Shopify theme development as well as app development for quite some time. So now, perhaps I'll have more time to look more into new things this holiday season, and we'll cover those in a separate video. I think that's the plan. Okay, so now that's push. We can also commit this. So git add all. Git commit JSON templates created empty JSON templates and template sections. Created empty is the okay. I think that makes more sense. Good. Let's push. There you go. Oops. Perfect. So now we have those files. That means if we go back to our theme page, this one right here, if we open the edit code page, now we have all the files. We have the template files. Very good. Let's open the theme, the customizer. And we should have the products. It's also empty, so that's good. We have this. We have the collections. We have collection list, the pages, the blogs, blog post. You can even create the meta object template. The cart, checkout, classic customer accounts. Great. Others, that's the 404. Awesome, okay. So that means we are pretty much good with the template files. So I'm quite happy with that. So maybe before we finalize this stream, because it's almost 11, let's try to work on a hero section. Let's do that. Let's look online. Search for Tailwind CSS hero section. Where we can find free sections. I like this one, but you need to pay for it. You know what? I'm having like ideas of like having this hero section with a large heading title with like action or call to actions button CTAs, and then underneath of that is just Shrek picking. Like, but let's look more examples. Perhaps can find more examples. Hmm. I kind of like the one at the very top. This one right here. Kind of like this one. Let's see the demo. You think that's too overkill? Like, for example, this one. You have this, but you have Shrek underneath, just smiling at you, creepily. Okay. Uh, let's show the code. Let's copy everything. Let's do that, shall we? And we can just customize it, obviously. I'm not gonna copy everything. I'm going to create a new section. We'll call it hero. Hero.liquid. Or what do you call this these days? It's hero. It's hero, right? But sometimes I call it banner or image banner because there's an image. It's more generally speaking. Uh, yeah, we'll call it hero. What am I even doing? Okay, so we have a section. Now we can just work on the schema, and we'll call this hero. Hero banner. Image banner. No, we'll call it hero. Because when you say image banner, it's just image. Perhaps there's like a text above it. But hero is when there's like call to actions or other things that, you know, users can interact with. Or at least that's how I imagine it. So hero. And for the settings, we can probably add settings like text, input text, button text, button URLs, etc. So let's just create one, and the type is going to be a text. What else? An ID. Obviously, we're gonna add an ID. We'll call it hero settings.hero text. The default. What is the default? Start building a buzz around your product. You know what? Let's change the type. Let's turn it into let's turn it into an HTML code. And the default is going to be a paragraph tag or a span. And we'll just copy this. Yeah, let's just copy this. Obviously, this is not gonna work properly because the CSS needs to, or the Tailwind CSS needs to find the classes before it compiles all those things, or you know, change our style sheet. So our problem here, and that's because of the quotes. We need to escape that. Delete single quotes. Or perhaps it should be escaped with like /. And it's pretty much good to go. That's default. What else do we miss? Label, heading, title. What else do we miss? Placeholder. Enter the heading title for the hero. Okay, I think that's good. So now we have that. We can add this to our index.json. So let's go back to the templates and open the index.json and just add it here. Inside of the section, we're going to create another section, and that's going to be the, first is the ID. We'll call it hero hyphen section. It's going to be an object, create the type, and should be the hero because the file name is just hero. Now we can use this ID, the section ID here. Hold on. I think I'm doing it wrong, though I'm not sure. Let's just let's try. Let's try. I think I closed it, right? Yeah, I did. Shopify theme dev. Turn it into HTML code. Yes, I did. That way we can customize the class. Can use HTML tags. It'll be much convenient for other, I guess, users or merchants or developers to customize them. Okay, let's go back. Oh, there we go. I think it worked. We have the hero section. That's perfect. But we don't have the heading title, and that's because it's missing something. Oh, it's here. It's actually here. That's the thing, right? Start. Yeah, building a buzz. Oh no, it's not that. It's not this. The reason why it's not being displayed, and that's because we are not yet using it. So section dot settings dot hero text. Okay, that's how you access that section. There you go. Let's go. Now we have the hero section. Now let's just get rid of the background because obviously we don't want that. So here in the section we have the BG white, which we don't need. Let's get rid of that. And there you go. Voila. We have officially created a hero section. And what are we gonna do next? We're gonna play around with it. We are going to play around with it. You know, honestly, we don't need, this confused me for a little bit. We don't need this. We don't need that template index. So let's get rid of that. And we can finally just delete the template index.liquid. Okay. And there you go. Now let's just customize this. Perhaps, you know what we're gonna do. We are going to look for Shrek. And this is gonna be good. Let's change the text. What do you guys want to say? Start Shrekking. Start Shrekking havoc into the industry. Hey! You know what I'm saying? Like this. Start Shrekking havoc into the industry. Like that. Get it? Because it's wrecking havoc. And now we're using Shrekking. Start Shrekking havoc into the industry. Let's do that. What can I say? I'm just pretty good at it. I'm a natural comedian after all. Okay. Start. That's good. We just need to change this part right here. Shrekking havoc what should we say after? Shrekking havoc around what? Around your product, into the industry, into economy, in this economy. What should we say? Come on, you're pretty good at it, at this, Bleach. This is why I need you guys. We're building this to serve the community. Bam. What should we say? Shrekking havoc. Shrekking havoc. Shrekking havoc around your business. It's still professional, but at the same time clever and funny. Start Shrekking havoc around your business. Start. It's 4 a.m. You should get some sleep then. Yeah, actually, me too. It's already 11. Start Shrekking around your business. I think that's it. That's it. That's final. Just around. Start Shrekking around. You know what? Let's see. Let's see first. Let's see first. Around your business. Start Shrekking havoc around your business. That's that sounds professional, but at the same time clever. You know, or funny. Which kind of works to teenagers these days. It works on me as well, and I'm like in the 20s, like mid-20s. I think I'll go with this. I apologize to Music Forever 326. I apologize. I like the idea of just around. Start Shrekking havoc around? Question mark. But what do you mean? Usually, if you look at this, it's you consider the business side of things, you know, and that's always the case when you develop something. Obviously, you're not just as a web developer, as a software engineer, you're not just building something to have fun. I mean, at the end of the day, you're building something to, as a business. At least that's how I think. But yeah, the whole point of this is just, we're building this Shopify theme to have fun, but at the same time, we want to, approach the business side of things. And that's what we're doing. we could we can use company instead of business. The thing with company versus business is that company is very specific. When you say company, it's kind of like, okay, this is a company like Apple. But when you say business, it could also cover small businesses that is not very familiar, you're not familiar with. Startups. Technically, it's a company, but they can also be businesses, small businesses. Business can be broad. So let's target them. Let's think about that. But anyway, yes, we're gonna end the stream right here. It's been fun. We made such a huge progress, and I'm very happy with it. We did the navigational bar. I'm very happy with the result. It's good. We did the call to action here in the navigational bar. We have the login and the sign up button. They're also working. We can go to the account login page. They're working fine. And now we have the hero section. It's also working. Looks good. We're just going to have fun with it next time. That's the plan. We're gonna do that tomorrow. And what else? We did the template files. We created the section files, the necessary files in order to push those changes. And yeah, we had fun. It's been such, what can I say? I'm just really happy with what we did. Yeah, and we did it with you guys. Music Forever and Bleach. All you guys are amazing. So yeah, we're gonna end right here because Bleach needs to sleep, obviously. And I've been streaming for 2 hours. I had fun. It's time to get some rest. Okay, but tomorrow we'll be back. We'll do the same thing. I'll probably stream around. Ooh, I'd like to do it in the morning, just like how I did it last time. But I'd also stream like around 5:30 ish or 7:30. That's the plan for tomorrow. But yes, we'll be back. We'll continue with this and make progress. Okay? And I hope I see you guys tomorrow. If you have time, don't hesitate to join me. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your time. I know it's been late for some of you, but I think for you, Music Forever 326 is the same time as me. You're just in Germany, right? So yeah. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you will come. Take care. Have a good night. And take care of yourself. Rest well. Enjoy it. Okay. I will be joining late again. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Until then, I'll see you there. Thank you. Much love. Bye bye.